Portland police announced today 12 people were arrested following that riot on the streets of Portland last night. Air 12 caught some of the destruction on the streets of downtown as it happened. Hundreds of Portland police officers and National Guard troops were called in to try to put a stop to it. After 2 hours prior, the group came from the North Park blocks and joined with those coming from Southeast Portland and marched peacefully for racial justice. A church in downtown Portland had to close its shelter and halt homeless services after it was targeted by rioters. They smashed out windows at St. Andre Bassett Church at Southwest 6th and Burnside last night around 7, and the church serves hundreds of homeless a day. Repairs were underway downtown throughout the day. We talked with one business owner who raced down just as soon as she heard what happened. She says she's upset for herself and her neighbors.
In a good year, I make around minimum wage, and I'm the owner. And I know that's true of all my fellow business owners here on the block, so it just kind of sucks.
Another business owner is dealing with a substantial damage there. His ATM was smashed during the riot. Fox 12's Brenna Kelly has his story from downtown Portland.
This is a corner market on Southwest 3rd and Burnside you're likely familiar with, Riverside Tobacco. Last night, a group of people who described themselves as anti-fascists took to the streets, and I watched as one person smashed the store's ATM.
We were prepared, but not to this point. We thought it would happen after midnight.
It was early evening. Downtown Portland stores and restaurants were open and serving customers last night when a group who describes themselves as Antifa started to march in the street. They quickly began smashing and tagging the windows of numerous businesses, including a church which serves the homeless. This is Riverside Tobacco, a market that's been here nearly 20 years.
I started this business from almost nothing. $200 in my pocket. I used to sleep in the basement for a few years until I got on my feet.
Owner RAFE HAZZA says he was targeted for a third time last night. Our cameras were rolling as someone destroyed his ATM. Here's the same view from Rafe's surveillance camera.
I'm not sure what they want. I don't know if they have goals. Why? I just wanted to ask that guy why. It's almost a stab in the guts, and it just, but there's no answers for it.
At the end of May, Rafe stood guard outside his business, which he felt deterred people looking to cause damage. Now he's looking to take things one step further.
I think I'm going to have to file for the concealed weapon and stand right in front of my door all the time at this point.
Rafe's shop has suffered from the riots and the pandemic. He says he's barely scraping by.
They're not ruining it for me. They're ruining it for these guys, for everybody else, the little guys that they work for minimum wage in this type of business.
The owner says he'll be out $7,000 to replace the ATM, and he won't be filing a report with police because he doesn't feel the person who did this will be caught. Reporting in downtown Portland, Brenna Kelly, Fox 12 Oregon.